Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
No gain on the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
35-yard line.
From out of the gun, here's May. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Oh, they had a shot there. It hits the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It will come back out to the 20. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
So, from the 39, they come up on first and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. We'll get this into the hands of Devon Achane. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the carry, it's Achane. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
First and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And they'll take this down into... Side the 35. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Throwing now from the gun. As caught left side by Waddle. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Made out on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Kyle Williams. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
May to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
He's found his receiver, Butte. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll run here with the rookie. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, New England.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Forced to his right. Now he takes off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Third down and 3. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They're going. It's May. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now May. He pulls it in around the 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. May to the air once more. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Pats are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's EHhh. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Ready. Ready, set.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
On the handoff, this is EHhh. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5.
19.
He'll drop to throw. Got an open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Miami. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's May. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll get this out to Henderson. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's May. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
That complete to Henderson. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Cut 19. Dragon 60. 19 light.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it'll be 2nd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to EHhh. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. 3rd down, they need 5. Once again, it's EHhh. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime. So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
May now on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
May to throw on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and short, and here is May. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. And this is a long one. Officially 64-yard field goal attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. On the ground to start the drive, it's EHhh. They work forward to the 40-yard line. Marcus Jones is there to make the stop. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with EHhh, and it's a short pickup to about the 42. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Miami.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
Back to throw. Here's a screen coming for right. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Here we go. Set. Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles.
They'll send their tight end left. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Meg. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
A run, and this is Henderson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Meg. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
On the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun. It's May. Quick throw, taken in. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. They'll go play action with May. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New England.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
To throw now, May. Exiting the pocket right. That's in the end zone and intercepted. He gets 3. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is caught left side by Waddle. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
19.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Come on. Hit. Cowboy 80. Go.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Taking off. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
A run up the middle with EHhh. And the Dolphins are going to be set up first and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Now, faking the give, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. David Njoku, touchdown Dolphins. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
26, Patriots 15. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To throw on first down is May. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's May again. That complete to Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, New England.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Throw again is May. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run this one straight ahead with EHhh. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start. 70, Timber Wolf. Jack Panther. Ready, ready.
They'll toss it here to EHhh. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds. They'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down. On play action, here's May. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and short. And here is May. A ball deep for the end zone. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick. This is 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's 1st down. Throwing now is May. He'll look deep, left sideline. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. We're trying to locate Travion Henderson out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Throwing is May. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
May now on 1st and 10. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now on 2nd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical third down. Now, May. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal the game. So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over when